If you love coconut and 3-milk cake, then this video is for you. Come, join me in my kitchen and let's bake together. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mariana and I am so glad you are here today. I am sharing with you a simple recipe for you to bake all your cakes. You will never buy another box cake ever in your life. The recipe is this simple. Are you ready? For each room temperature egg, you are going to use 50 grams of sugar and 50 grams of flour. Then you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of baking powder. In this video, I am using this flour, which is a cake flour, but you don't need to use that flour. You could just use all-purpose flour. I am baking 2 cakes today and I am using 6 eggs, and therefore I am putting 300 grams of sugar and 300 grams of flour. Again, equal amounts, 1 egg, 50 grams of sugar, 50 grams of flour. In order for you to have a fluffy cake, you have to make sure that your eggs triple in size. So be patient and let them be as much as you can. Also, when you're adding your sugar, you also have to be gentle and do it little by little. If you don't have this attachment for your mixer, don't worry, you could certainly do it manually. Just make sure that you fold in the flour, because sustaining the consistency is key, again, for you to have the perfect cake. I have prepared 2 pans, which I have placed butter on the bottom and a little bit of flour to make sure that my cake mixture doesn't get stuck into the pans. Here I am going to show you a trick, and you should do this every single time you're baking, and it is this. After you finish pouring the mixture in your pans, you must tap it 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, to make sure that you take out the air of your batter. Now we're gonna bake our cake at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. However, each oven is different, and to make sure your cake is ready, just insert a toothpick, and if it comes out clean, it means that your cake is ready. Let it cool down completely before you start assembling your cake. Here comes the fun part. You want to mix 3 milks. 1 is condensed milk, the other one is coconut milk, and the other one is evaporated milk. I use equal parts of each milk, and then I stir it really well. Poking the cake is very important because it'll help absorb the milk mixtures. Pouring the milk mixture in the cake, it's a very slow process because you don't want to press down the liquid. Otherwise, you're going to start crumbling up the cake. You want to be gentle, and with a little brush, you just help the liquid go in between the holes that you poke. Now, in my home, we love all things caramel, and you could use the brand that I have, which you could find at an international supermarket, or order it through Amazon. But you could also use any caramel at your local store, and I usually recommend the Smacker's brand. Here, what I did, I added a little bit more of the milk mixture to make the caramel more smooth for me to smear it onto the cake. Repeating the steps of poking, and then I will be pouring on the milk mixture. Refrigerate the cake for at least 1 hour. Last step is to make the whipping cream that's going to be on top of our cake. And for that, I'm going to be whipping heavy cream with a little bit of sugar and some vanilla. The reason I baked this cake is because it was my mom's birthday and we got together on Sunday to celebrate her, and she likes coconuts, and therefore I decided to make it a 3 meal coconut caramel cake. She loved it and everyone loved it. I actually shared a piece with my neighbors and they loved it so much that they were begging me to upload this video so they can copy the recipe. So Susie, this one is for you. I'm glad you liked it. I am also glad that my mom loved it as well. Friend, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for chilling with me here in the kitchen. After you finish the cake, make sure you keep it in the refrigerator until you are going to serve it. If you enjoyed today's content, I would love for you to be part of the MVP Drive. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, share this recipe with a friend, leave me a comment down below if you want me to try another recipe. I'll be happy to try to bake something new. I really enjoy baking. I find it that it's very relaxing. Sometimes things don't come out the way I expected. Most of the times they do, but that's just the experiences in my kitchen. I hope to see you again in my next video. And without further ado, I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. I hope you try this recipe and you let me know how it turned out on the comments. See you in my next video. Bye.